I want to make sure that I at least have everything set up for the capes. Or at least on TikTok. Yes. Hello, Athethel. Hello. I'm just setting up my stream right now. Welcome, welcome. Copper. Okay. Okay, welcome though, welcome. You caught me on a good day. Today is the SMP stream. It's been a long time. It has been a long time. Maybe too long, to be fair. But it's nice to be back on the SMP. I'm not too sure for TikTok, but I think you will be able to get like the. I'm not too sure for Twitch, but I know on TikTok you get the new copper cape. Hello, Cecil. I don't know if you heard me, but hello. You are the first person here. How are you doing tonight, though? Let me just send out a notification for TikTok. Okay, Twitch should send out this notification any second now. Oh, Jesus Christ, okay. Hello, Bubble, welcome to the stream. Hello, Freddy, thank you for the door knocking there. That's lovely. Okay, welcome. I'm good, I'm glad to hear that. How are you? I'm doing pretty good today. I slept for close to 14 hours yesterday. I don't even know how. But yeah, I slept for 14 hours and it is honestly mad. Hello, Hydra. Hello, welcome. Hello, Butter as well. Welcome. How are you guys doing? Home, TP home. Wait, SMR? Yeah, we got the new mod. So this is a mod that Freddy should... Or is it size? No. What is it? Scale? Okay, there we go. Just heard the opposites of my house. That's what you get for changing my scale. That's what you get. There's two Toms. Oh, yeah, there's... Oh, yeah, the other Tom's here. Hello, welcome, Tom. Welcome. Is there ziplines now? I believe so, yes. It's something Nintendo added. Nintendo added like a cool mod that has like ziplines and stuff, so it's actually kind of mad. I'm your favorite, right? I don't pick favorites because picking favorites is wrong. Oh, that's sick. We can have the F3 menu permanently on. I forgot we could do that. Am I still in your house? I think so, yeah. I don't have the zoom in mod. Yeah. Did you ever rate the trailer? I thought it was pretty epic, because you got me to rewatch it in VC. I remember that much. I thought it was really cool. I could just get mini HUD, but I don't need to, because I can just do this. I can just change anything to... I could set the whole F3 menu to be permanently on. I don't think I would do that, because that would seem really... Ooh, I'll put system specs always on and TPS. Yeah. That's not TPS. Spark. TPS. Is that... I don't know what number... What does RX and TX mean? Am I super cool? Yes, you're very super cool. Hello, Shard. Hello, welcome to the stream. Okay, I've just been called a nerd. Why am I getting that, bruh? Okay, I'm turning these off. I'm getting bullied for like nothing. What have I done? What have I done? Hello, required. Hello. Ray tracing for real? I don't think we have ray tracing. I don't think we have ray tracing. Clearly stands for T-Rex. I appreciate the enthusiasm. I'm not too sure it stands for that. I thought I was 6 as ho. Is your day going slay? Oh, you betcha. Very slay. Guys, this is the final stream. I forgot to pay the server bill. This is true. I forgot to pay for the server. It's getting shut down tomorrow. Say your goodbyes. Yeah. Quite tragic, actually, but who cares? I got an egg. I love this mod, dude. Being able to, like... I downloaded this new mod Freddy showed me where it's got, like, there's, like, new sound effects and stuff. I don't like how when you pick up the bucket, it does the... So Freddy takes credit? Listen. I didn't know that, okay. Freddy showed me it. But I think it's cool how whenever you pick something up, they've all got sounds now. Took me a bit to find out my girlfriend's birthday. Oh. What was your reaction to, like, finding out it's the same as yours? Because that's... Like, that's quite a coincidence, to be fair. I think it's a mad coincidence. What have I done now? I was just saying how you showed me this mod for the sounds. I've had it since Council SMP 1. Oh. Oops. He's a liar? Well, no, he's not a liar. He's just the one who showed me it. Doesn't make him a liar. What did I just... Was that me? Was that the song? I don't know what just happened. Okay. Today is the day, chat. I'm gonna build a basement. Should I make me owner? Ooh. I can make you owner of council. Give me your credit card information. Alright, can I ask you something? Am I gonna like this question, or am I gonna not like it? Because I've got this slight suspicion that I'm not gonna like this question. Basement hiding habits? Listen, the bodies were not found. Oh wow. Oh no, it's just a lot of the times when someone goes, can I ask you a question? It usually doesn't end well. If you've got a question, ask away. I'm in the server now? Welcome to the server. Let's go. You're a reputed wig, aren't you? Alright, I sent you it. You didn't send me anything. Hello, Kev. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, no, you didn't send me anything, butter. Nothing's came through. Can I ask you a question after this question? Sure. It do be me? I thought so. Oh, there we go. Have I been stumbling from chat? No, I haven't. I have! Someone removed... Bloody... a campfire. That's quite... How orange is orange? Red. Orange is just like a shade of red, isn't it? Right, Butter, I don't know what you've just given me. Have you just given me your, like... Okay, for fuck's sake. Yeah, this is why you're not making it to mod, bro. I gave you a sneak peek of the trial mods, you are not making it, I'll say that much. Hello Rab, hello, welcome to the stream. You've joined us just in time for me building my basement. I still removed my laptop's cooling for free heating. What? You've removed... Wait, so you've taken apart your laptop's cooling to have free heating? That's what I do with my PC, to be fair. I take off the side panel and it heats up my whole room. Welcome to the stream though, Rab, welcome. Hope you're doing good. Do I have any dark oak stairs here? And then what is it, like this? Is that what I done? I like warm rooms. I like them, but not in the summer, because in the summer it's like... It's god-awful. It actually, like, is. Having a hot room in the summer is not fun at all. Gonna make myself with toast and Nutella on it? That sounds good. Ori hates me. True. No, that's sarcasm. I don't hate anyone. Don't say, oh yeah, that's true. Don't, no, okay. No, okay, that sounds really bad. No. Butter's chill. We like butter. Building another section to Hydra's village? Alright. We'll make it another village. You could do it like... have like tunnels or like connecting it. Make like another globe village. I think that would be a cool idea. And like connect them up with tunnels or something. I think that would be a really cool idea. I was going with the summer thing. Oh! I thought you really hated butter for some reason. That'd be quite evil, to be fair. I'm Ori's favourite. You know what my real favourite is? The Steven Wingman. That's my real favourite. It's like those who know. Those who flippin' know. Am I right? Am I right, gamers? Hallelujah. What was I?
Titan versus waking up at a reasonable time.
Okay. I woke up at a reasonable time. I woke up at 6 AM. Thank you, Shard, for the Steven Wingman. I do appreciate that. Is 6 AM that bad of a time to wake up? Let's be real, chat. Thank you, Shard, for the Steven Wingman again. Thank you, Shard, for the other Steven Wingman. I did alright, still not seen it. Hang on. Oh crap, you're right. I do apologise, Tito. I'm sick, to be fair. I've just checked my DMs now. I think it's because I didn't have notifications on for DMs. Either that, or I might have been asleep. I'm not too sure. Thank you, though. I really appreciate that. That's actually sick. I can put that in the Discord if you want. There's like a fan art channel. Thank you, Shard, for the Minecraft bee. Oh, damn. I wasn't expecting the Minecraft bee. Thank you, Shard. Thank you for the other gifts as well. Like the sleigh, the awesome heart, the I love UAE. It was sent 4 weeks ago? Was it? It says 5th of October. That's 10 days ago. Unless I'm look. Yeah, no, because this is a Thetel now. Am I looking at the wrong thing? I don't know if I might have missed it. Thank you, Shard, for the gifts, though. Thank you, Shard. I really appreciate that. Don't know, I'm tired, man. Don't worry about it. I'm tired too. We just gotta. I don't know what we gotta do. I didn't think this far ahead. I do apologise. I didn't think this far ahead. We just got. Holy stutter. I don't know what we gotta do, chat. I did. Oh my god. If I send a galaxy, will you meow? I feel like I can't say no to this, so sure. I will. Yes. Here, okay. Ooh, you almost got me there, Shard. Ooh. That was a close one. That was a close one. I almost fell for that. Yeah. Ooh. You was close, chat. You almost made me meow there. That would have been something. Ooh, but even saying it, it's like kind of close there. It's like, ooh. So what are you making? I'm planning to build a basement, but I've had some sort of like brain malfunction and don't know how staircases work. I got really panicked there. I thought the whole house just came down. I do love this ASMR mod, chat. Like, listen to the. Hang on, if I turn off the weather, you guys get to like hear this. Like, there's so much ASMR now. Like, even when my favorite is typing. Like, it's proper ASMR. Thank you, Shard, for the 239 roses. That's a lot of roses. Hello, Victor. Hello. Good morning. It's 7 PM. Good morning, though. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. I have a little interesting story because I don't think I've spoken to you yet today, Victor. I really do apologize for the lack of stream yesterday. I had a 14-hour nap. I was supposed to only have a 2-hour nap, but I went to bed at like it was around about 3 or 4 PM. And I went to bed for a nap, and yeah, I woke up at 6 a.m. the next day. I don't know how, but it happened. Okay, that's Jesus Christ, bruh. I burnt my toast. Ooh, that's not good. I'm gonna stream skate. Oh well, I hope you enjoy it. If you've not realised by now, I only say hi with good morning. You're right, actually, yeah. But I didn't think about that much because I sometimes stream in the morning. But you are right, and it is like what time is it now? I don't know, dude. Shard, your genius. What? Shard said, "Happy Easter." It's not Easter. Yeah. I enjoy people going at 7 PM and I ignore it. Fair enough. True. It's morning somewhere in the world. That's the best way to think about it. It's always it keeps ignoring me now. Bruh. Hang on, Tom. Bruh, chill out. I'm like multitasking. I forgot about that, yeah. Your granny actually has a similar setup to me, which is quite disturbing. I've been playing Rivals? Alright. Have you been enjoying it? I've been working on infrastructure as farms and paths for my village. Ooh, that sounds sick. I don't think I've seen your farms yet. You copied it? I actually done it differently because my vertical monitor is on the right instead of the left, so yeah. I don't think Ari's the best branch. You would be correct, yes. Almost done trying every character? Alright, trying different ones out. What's your favourite character so far? I almost set my hair on fire. I don't think that's how you make toast. I don't think that's how you do it. Hello, Freya. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Welcome. I'm going to hit you with bread. Okay, that's quite violent. Magic and Scarlet 100%. I don't know Marvel Rivals, so I don't know who those characters are. I'm guessing Scarlet's like, Scarlet Witch? I think. Thank you, Freya, for the Harmony as well. Thank you, the Harmony. Now I just made a farm today, but it looks like shit right now. I need to rebuild it, add some more points to make it look better. Also pumpkin. Pumpkins are cool. I remember trying Marvel Rivals, but I just couldn't get into it. I'm not really a big fan of shooter games. Oh, dude, the ASMR. I love this mod. Chat, listen to this. What's the mod? It is... I forgot the name. I don't have mod menu. Hang on. Let me just load up my... Let me find it. Hang on. It is called... Freddy, can you help me? What's the mod called? Is that it? Rise Sounds... Is that... I don't know if that's the right one. No. Oh, it's just called Sounds. Okay. The mod is just called Sounds. I'm not the smartest of people. Reach out. Okay, I was in the middle of looking at my mods folder, trying to find it. How's the 12 hours? It was good, Son Goku. I actually slept for 14 hours, which was a bit worse actually, but you know. I have my tail on toast and I didn't die? That's good. Hello, Echo Shard, by the way. Hello, welcome to the stream. Can you donate to Hobbitt's Makeover? It's such a pain to get materials. We need flowering leaves. Let me check. I might have... Hello, Jack Black. Oh my god, it's the real Jack Black, guys. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. How do you actually sleep that long? I didn't plan for it. I'm gonna be honest. I do have flowering leaves shard, actually. Hang on. God, typing with this mod is amazing. It's not much. But it's the thought that counts, am I right? Fucking vandalize the Tesco. Partial control in game? Alright, what game are you playing? He's back? I'm back on the SMP, yeah. How do I do this again? Does anyone know how to connect their map? What is it? You're trying to tell her... Map. 3 lines. Okay, 3 lines. Okay. Connect. Yes. Confirm. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Freddy. I appreciate it. Oh. Okay, I'll just put this in... Hello, Kurt. Welcome to near Hobbit entrance path. Okay, so... Here. Oh, okay. We've spawned somewhere. Oh, wow. Too iconic. If you were to change it, do you know what you would change it to, though? Because the only thing I could say is if you are going to change it, at least make it more iconic. I can put items in my offhand. I think that's a good thing. I'm not actually too sure. Wait, are you saying you can or you can't put items in your offhand? Because I don't think Bedrock normally has that. But on the server... Shard, I don't know where there's any chests, so I will put it in the barrel here, Shard. I know it's the wrong barrel, but it's close enough. I can, but I'm on Bedrock. Oh yeah, no, that's a server. That's a server feature. I don't think you can do much with items in your offhand, but that's about it. I'm considering selling a kidney. I'm so broke and I just got paid. I think if you sell a kidney, you will... that's not going to end well, health-wise. I think that's it. Sell a race kidney? Because no, if I die, then no more streams. Okay, I've just been assaulted. I can't make a custom cape. I think if you want a custom cape, you have to have... Oh, I don't have it installed. You know the mod Optifine? I know there's other mods that have it, but sadly Minecraft doesn't allow custom capes, so you have to get mods for it. Hello, Goddess Lax. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Welcome. Hello, required. Damn, Twitch has got people. Just learned there's a village near my village. Steal the villagers. Sorry, you've been what? I don't know what did I say? We can split Ori into 800 pieces in between if we... Don't split me into 800... Oh yeah, I was assaulted. Yeah, someone hit me over the head when I tried to teleport back. I don't know who's... I'm guessing... Okay, I don't know who it was. My bet's on Rab, to be fair. Go back to Rivals now, so have fun. I'll see you around then. I hope you enjoy your game. It's nice to speak to you though. Something goes wrong? I don't know if... Considering how much, like, cola he drinks... I don't think his kidneys are the best options. I think you're gonna... Yeah, no. You're... That's gonna be very, very, like, Oh, I was just assuming it was you, Rab, because let's be honest, it's something you would do. Please go to my jungle temple. I'll try and do it when I have the chance, don't worry. Oh, there's water under my bloody thing. Thank you, Mango Evergreen, for the heart me. Thank you for the heart me. I do appreciate that. Let's go. Thank you for the heart me. Welcome to the stream, though. It's not a horror game. No, we're just playing normal Minecraft today. My village? Well, listen. Am I wrong for assuming it's you? Probably not. I don't think I'm in the wrong here, let's be honest, Rab. It does seem like something you can do. Okay, bruh. When are you planning retirement? In this economy, I don't think I'll ever retire. What are you building? I am starting construction on a base. I don't know why this music's so, like, angelic. Okay, Jesus Christ. Bruh. Why, Theta? Why? Okay. The plan is build a basement. And then I can just put all my storage stuff in there because... clearly I'm running out of storage. Still no Castlevania? Yes. That is true. Thank you, Goddess Lax, for sharing the live. Tendo can live in your basement now once it's done. My house has suffered so many accidents. Oh. Nasty gift for not seeing my art. I do apologize. I think the best way if you want to try and reach me is like ping me in the Discord or something, because if it's DMs, I will usually not get them. I do apologize, but I'm usually quite busy and whatnot. So, I usually won't be able to get DMs. I want prawn cocktail Chris right now? Fair enough, Lewis. Welcome to the stream now. Welcome to the stream. Okay. I saw some window, something running, really? Oh. That's lovely. That's why I time my DMs when you're actually alive, smart, right? True, that is true, yes. Museum. Adding a cheese block to my base? Oh. Something fast? I don't think there's anything fast outside today. Hello, Orange. Hello, welcome to the stream. I don't think I recognize you. Welcome, welcome. Oh. There was something. It's Rab. Rab is outside my base. Fine MC is launching? Alright. That's good to hear, that's good to hear. Been here quite a few times? I don't recognize your username. Did you change it at all? Welcome though, welcome. Think it's Herobrine? Ooh, true that. I got 67% on my phone. Ooh. I'm gonna kill you with knives. I can hear him. I need a good movie to watch. The Bee Movie. Yeah, that's a classic. They used real bees in that movie. Dun, da, da. I want some bread. I appreciate the offer, but I've got potatoes. The bees orange shaped? No, they're like Steven Wingman shaped. What's that sound? It's a Minecraft mod I've got called Sounds. It adds like sounds for stuff. So like when I type or something, it adds sounds for that. Hello Brandon, hello, welcome to the stream. It's honestly one of my more favourite Minecraft mods, I have to admit, because it's kind of sick. Like, you have to admit, it's kind of sick. But hello Brandon, hello. Welcome to the stream. Oh, I'm playing Dandy's World. I'm not too sure what it is, Thetel. I'm not too sure what it is, I do apologise. I hope you enjoy it though. Hello TJ, hello, welcome to the stream. Is that a ghast? Oh, you know about the happy ghast? There's a happy ghast outside my base. It's one of the happy ones. Ooh, what did I just break? Something. Hello TJ, hello. Let's go over here. Oh, 9 XP is left the game. I'm using my school laptop, I can't do that. Ooh. Honestly, school laptop for Minecraft is kind of a vibe. Have to admit. Do I still have? Yeah, I'll try this. I'm not too sure what kind of design I'm gonna go for yet, chat. But I want to try and do a cool one. Do I have any logs? I think I do. I use dark oak. Oh, I'm classy? I appreciate that card. Yeah, I remember yesterday's like short stream in the afternoon. Is Happy Gas a mod? No, it's a vanilla Minecraft feature. It's been in the vanilla game for close to for a few months now, I'm pretty sure. It's been around about something like that, yeah. What I'll do is I'll make the basement a bit deeper. One, two, three. Yeah, do something like this, chat. I regret it. It's a super chill game. Yeah, it honestly is a pretty chill game. I enjoy it, to be fair. It's a really, like, relaxing game. I don't know what's up with my playlist today. My playlist is just, like, random music. There we go. I'm finally gonna appear now. Let's go! At least you don't have any laptop issues anymore. Not later than 1.19? Oh, damn, so you missed out a lot then. There's a lot of, like, copper stuff in the game now. Like, how do I go creative mode? You probably missed all this. There's a ton of copper that got added to Minecraft. So you got copper doors, trapdoors, bars, chains, copper bulbs. Yeah, copper torches, copper lanterns, copper chests, copper golems, copper, like, tools, copper armor. It's actually insane how much copper stuff there is now. There's an lane area base? That rings a bell. Is it tied up or is it just floating around free? Copper armor? Yeah, that got added in the most recent update. It's like, it's between gold and iron. It's like slightly worse than iron, but slightly better than gold. Since we know there's copper armor. It was this latest update that just came out. Since this new update came out. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Hello Maya, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing good. I don't think I've seen you in the stream in ages. I hope you're doing good though. Welcome though, welcome. We need emerald armor? True. Why is that kind of true though? Is Stardew Valley worth playing? Yeah, I really enjoy Stardew Valley. It's quite a chill game. Hello required, hello. Hope you're doing good. When you have time, TP to me? Okay, I'll do that soon. I'll do that soon. But yeah, emerald armor would be pretty cool. Oh yeah, what's it called? It's for my birthday? Alright, I hope you had an awesome birthday, that's really nice. Hope you had an awesome birthday. Yeah, that sounds really awesome. I don't think they would add wheat armor to Minecraft. I feel like that wouldn't be too good. Alright, thank you. Oh, that's nice. Did you have like, was it just like a chill day, or were you having fun with like friends and family and stuff? I need lighting in here, chat. Should I get some of the new copper lanterns? Or I want a copper golem. I would say yes to it, Rab, but I don't actually know what copper golems do. That's the only downside. Is I don't actually know what they do. I went on holiday with my 3 friends to Egypt. Oh, that's awesome. That's actually really cool. Guess what? What's up? What's up? They sort chests? I know that much, yeah. I just don't know how it all works, if that makes sense. Oh, you're okay, don't worry. I hope you have a good birthday. I hope you... Wait, what? I'm confused. Oh, that's awesome! Congratulations! Oh, that's really nice to hear. Congratulations. Hello, Agent Edits. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. My birthday soon. Oh, that's really cool. Hope you have an awesome birthday soon as well, TJ. I know Butter's birthday is tomorrow at least. Is Zara's birthday? No, my birthday's back in May. My birthday was a while back. My birthday's this Sunday. Oh. It's on the 18th? Oh, that's nice. It's like 3 days away. Oh, that'd be an awesome birthday as well, TJ. A lot of people seem to have their birthdays around then. Or like around about October and stuff. Basically, copper chests have the items. Oh, hello, McTendo. Oh, damn. Didn't imagine I'd see that name pop up on the stream. Hello, welcome. Welcome then, welcome. Copper Rollum's chests have the items that need sorting. Blocks are an empty chest. Okay, that is actually pretty cool to be fair. Thank you, Crazy XD, for the rose. Thank you so much for the rose. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Let's go. Welcome, welcome. Dun. Dun, 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 dun. I might actually try and see if I can set up some copper golems, because that actually sounds pretty cool. Is there copper in a pumpkin, isn't it? I think at least. I know. And this is where I wanted it to go. Yeah. I got this right first time, chat, don't worry. I got this right. I think I've got a ton of copper. Duolingo anime. I've not, no, I didn't realise Duolingo made animes now. Is it one of the barrels? Oh, thank you, I appreciate that, Rab, thank you. Let's go. We get to we'll make our own copper golem. Birthday bear, break up from school the day before. Alright, so you're on your like school break. That's pretty awesome then, you get to have your birthday at home. Because I know that's kind of crap sometimes, because I've had that before. It's like my birthday on the like school day, so I still have to go into school and stuff. Okay, I think we can just do this. Opinions on Cash is King. I don't know who that is. I had 5 tests on my birthday last year? I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, that's pretty crap. Copper Olems can only pick up 60 items at a time. So they take it out of the chests, don't they? Or do they pick up the items off the ground? I can't remember. Perhaps looks cool. Oh. I don't think oh, the statement Cash is King. Are those like the type of people who like always use cash when they're going shopping and stuff? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember the last time I used cash. I don't really use it at all, if I'm honest with you. That's traceable. I know there's the benefits of it and stuff, but it's not like I'm, you know, living a lifestyle where I need to be I can't be traced, I can't be using cash, you know. I don't live that kind of lifestyle, so it doesn't really affect me much. Like, I have an exam tomorrow? I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you do well in your exam, though. Can't go down like online banking. That's the thing, I don't think I've ever had that happen. Like, I get there's downsides to like these sort of things, but like, yeah. I'm free this week. Oh, is it half term for you this week? I know some people are on there like half term and stuff. But yeah, at least from me, at least, I don't have much of an issue with like. Thank you, Rab, the higher rate. I got Vimto energy today. Very nice. That's for the whole week. All right, that's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. Oh, bruh. If you're for the copper cape, wait 5 minutes. That is true. Yes, you can get the copper cape on both streams actually. Should start crafting. It is cool, but I just don't know how to work it all yet. Okay. I do apologize, chat. I'm just messaging a friend. Okay. Diamond armor, not the best tool. I'm fully maxed out. Yeah, let me just see this jungle temple now. Oh, okay, yeah, this is sick. I remember you showed me the screenshots of this. This was cool. What was that? Ooh. Okay. This looks sick though. I think this is really cool. Oh, we've got Delta music. Okay. I like the beacon is loud. Yeah, this is a really cool base, so I think it's really cool. Damn, the amount of gold blocks here as well. That is mad. We've got like a little wheat farm here, so that's actually really cool. Oh, I went to spawn. Oh yeah, you guys might have missed it, so... This happened a couple of days ago. I think only a couple people know about this. We got a major griefing a couple days ago, and it was bad. Basically, 2 people joined at like 3 AM to grief the server, and they destroyed so much. Luckily, we managed to turn it all back with like commands and stuff. But the Minecraft sign was completely blown up. There was lava everywhere. The Big Ben was destroyed, so was the Star Destroyer. Like, all of this area was, like, blown up. But when we found out, we were just like, yeah, no, that's not happening. We managed to rewind it all with commands, but... It was probably, like, the worst griefing we've seen in a long time. It was honestly, like, insane. It is actually mental. So your game doesn't crash mannequins anymore? No, it doesn't crash anymore. Puking? Thank you, Rab. To use explosives? Possibly. The problem is, how would you verify someone to allow them to use TNT? Unless there was like some sort of plugin that keeps track of players. Like a player has to be here for a week before they can use TNT. I think that would be the only way to have something like that. For next week, I'm going to Scandinavia school for a week. Alright, that's really cool. Hope you enjoy it. I actually hope you enjoy it. Probably so pissed the griefing all got redone. Probably, yeah. They spent like 2 hours trying to do it, and it all just got undone. Quite tragic on their end, to be fair. Discord? We've got Discord sort of, well, not verification, but for someone to join the server, they have to join the Discord, if that makes sense. There's no found me down. It is. Oh, bro. I didn't send out the Twitch ping. Damn. I would have stopped it all. I bet you would have. Hello, what's going on? Hello, Kasara. Hello. We're just playing Minecraft. We're on the SMP today. We're just playing on my SMP. Welcome, Lolo. Welcome. I was just saying that I was just looking around, saying that all this stuff got blown up 2 days ago. Griefers joined, and they destroyed like everything. But it's all fine now. Let them pay for explosive permits. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Just pay real life money for explosive permits. That would be a cool idea. Oh, I forgot I was zoomed out. This is. Ooh. But yeah, the whole of spawn was like destroyed and stuff. Not actual spawn, since they had spawn protection. But I think that wears off around about here. So all of this was destroyed. Thank you, Claire, for the 10 roses. Thank you so much for the 10 roses. Welcome back to the stream, Claire. Welcome, welcome. Is that the Empire State Building? That is over here, yes. That is the Empire State Building. This got done a month or two ago, I'm pretty sure. Thank you, Claire, for the gifts. I really appreciate that. Hello, Henner. Hello, welcome. Welcome, Kai Days, as well. People would still grief? Yeah, I feel like even if we had some sort of verification system, people would still grief. It's bound to happen. Hello, Freddy, as well. Welcome. Permits would cost a rare armor trim. Oh. Someone could ask me today if they could taste. Oh. Oh my god, listen to the sound of the glass, chat. That's like ASMR right there. There pretty much was, Kai's. Yeah, no. This was like 2 days ago, I think. It was around about at 3 or 4 AM. 2 new players joined out of the blue. And I don't know where they got the TNT. They must have stole like gunpowder from a mob farm or something. They nuked the server. I'm talking like this whole tower was gone. It was reduced to blocks. Just random clumps of blocks. Same with this, and the whole airplane was gone. All of spawn was blown up. There was lava hanging off this. It was actually mental. Was it Doa? I don't think so, because it was before Doa started messaging people. It was before then. Or I have invisible chains? Oh. Aid Doa? Oh. Or I don't know if that's supposed to say A Doa, or AIDS Doa, or AI Doa. I think that's a mix of the whole lot. But yeah, the server was just nuked. But luckily, we were able to... Oh, okay, I get it now, yeah. Honestly, I think Doa would probably stoop to that level, so I think you might be right there. But yeah, no, the whole server was just like nuked, but we managed to undo it with commands, luckily. There was not too much damage, but yeah. Do you want to see my madness? Sure, I'll come over in a second. You know what was weird though, is one of the griefers tried to shift sides and tried repairing a bit of spawn.
You or someone had to start moving like Sonic or something, fixing the world.
Luckily it wasn't too bad, we were able to fix it with commands and stuff. But I remember one of the players, they kind of self-reported. They were telling us like, oh yeah, I tried to help out spawn and fix up the damage, I do apologise. But yeah, no, it turns out they were one of the people who were griefing, so yeah. What are you talking about? The whole server got nuked 2 days ago. 2 people joined at like 3 AM and started blowing up everything. But we managed to undo it, luckily. What suits me most? Freddy Fearless? I'd say Freddy Fearless. Freddy Fearless. Okay, that's still there. Okay, I'm gonna TP to Freddy now. Ah, that's quite disturbing. Yeah, chat, Minecraft added a new feature. Is that a new painting? I think that's a new painting. Yeah, so for those who don't know, chat, there's a new Minecraft feature called mannequins. That's it. And they're basically just like hologram players. So if I just do, what was it, fetch profile? Yeah, we'll do Kaide's for this. If I just summon mannequin. Look at that, bam! We got our own Kaide's on the SMP. Ground Zero? I think he did, yeah, no, that's... Oh, I broke something. Oh, Kaide's has been brutally murdered. Can you kill it? Yeah, they're just like... they're like lobotomized players. So, like, they take damage. They have the same skin and, like, the same cape. But they don't do anything. I got the cape watching you? Yeah, you get the copper cape, I think, isn't it? I think that's the one you get. But yeah, these things are just, like, lobotomized players. They don't really do much. I noticed Freddy. Show off the command again? I want to see this. The, Is it broken? Oh. So, it's like, what Freddy set up is like a command thing, which teleports the mannequin to the player. So, if I were to do, let's see, what is it? What was it? Tag, or Titan, add Hydra TP. It's a bit... Oh, it's a bit broken. Am I supposed to be invisible for this? How do I do ghost mode? Okay, I'm wearing armor. That doesn't help. Bruh. If I do this, at least... I've got too much stuff. See, now I just look like Hydra. But this is in-game, chat. This is in-game. So this is... I really need to fix my camera. Hang on. Attribute... Or time. Base. Reset. Okay, yeah. So I just look like, Hydra. It is a bit delayed, so it's not as, like... It's not as far up to date as to my Minecraft skin, but it's, like... It's pretty cool, to be fair. Oh. I think I'm about to witness gang violence. Oh. That doesn't sound too good. That, you know, please don't witness gang violence. I don't think anyone should have to witness that. Okay, and then that goes back there. So we can set this up and we can pretend to be other people. Yeah, it's like identity fraud, exactly. You could use it to make a mirror, I think. If you had it so, like, it would teleport a certain distance away from you, and you walked in front of, like, a mirror or something, you could probably use that in an adventure map. I think that would be a really cool version of it. Made a useless button? Oh, wait, I'm still in ghost mode, aren't I? No. Why not? Oh, Hello, Minispar. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. There is a huge downside that we've noticed with these mannequins. They're a part of vanilla Minecraft, so they're part of this new update that's just came out. But... apparently certain mods can just straight up crash whenever you get near one of these things. So, we know one mod called Bad Optimizations. That crashes with this. I think there's a couple of others as well. So as soon as you get close to a mannequin, your game just completely crashes. Which is really, really strange, to be fair, but... yeah, not good. I'm gonna have to send you something, but it's something so sad it might make you cry. Oh no, I'm kind of worried about this. It's gonna be like a 1+, isn't it? Oh, my TP home. But yeah, those are the mannequins. It's actually really cool what you can do with them and stuff. It actually is really sick. I forgot. I need to put my armor back on. I need to get lights, dude. Okay, let's see. What is this? Let's see. Oh, that's... Aww. A poor cat, man. That poor cat. That's actually brought tears to my eyes. I'm quite sad now. I think what I did is quite cool though. It actually is really cool. It's honestly really impressive like how a lot of these Minecraft commands work nowadays. You've done an awesome job, Freddy. And it doesn't seem to lag the server as well. That's a good thing. Because we know what Nintendo's like. No offense, Nintendo. But you know. Server's not known for running very well when... yeah. I'll put lights here. I do apologize, Mr. Beetle, but I'm not doing TP requests. I do apologize. Dude, the ASMR! Oh my god. Why have I never used this mod before? Freddy, you should have told me about this mod sooner, man. This is like ASMR. I heard that. Listen, yeah, that's not my fault, Tendo. Did you need to have an ASMR stream? Sure. Yeah, no. I'll start with an aneurysm, apparently. I'll take up the bloody ASMR business, sure. Didn't know you're quite fond of ASMR? I'm not really. It just sounds, this mod sounds really cool. What kind of pattern will I do? What deep slate blocks are in Minecraft again, chat? Because I don't actually know what I'll have. Chiseled. Got MVP? Hey, let's go! That's pretty epic. This is Marvel Rivals, isn't it? You're on about. Should I want mass excavation done? No, I'm sure. Thank you for the offer, though. I do appreciate the offer. But I'm chill. Oh, and I've been pinged. That's lovely. Although, that happy gas to get my nerves. Should I kill it, chat? If we get 5 roses, No, I'm not doing that. That's quite mean. Clefable?
You should drink some water, or Mountain Dew, whatever's on your desk, Like antifreeze IQ can have a lot of things on your desk.
Chat, McTendo's just told me to drink antifreeze. Does this count as like a death threat, chat? He's just told me to drink antifreeze on stream. That's mental. That's mental, Tendo. You can't be saying that. HTML files? Alright. Are you doing like building a website or something? Have some gifts? Especially my pinned? I do apologize, but I don't check out people's edits. I do apologize, man. I'm kinda goated. True? Send the true button. Thank you, RXVY, for the follow. I hope you have an awesome day, though, man. I hope you have an awesome day. Mountain Dew isn't good for your health either, and someone still drink. I have never drank Mountain Dew before. I don't think it's in the UK. You're so chill? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Hang on, let me TP to you, Mr. Real. Oh. Didn't think I'd end up here. Hello. Oh, thank you. Oh my god. I don't have space. Hang on. Home, TV home. Oh, I don't have space. Hang on. Oh, that's the femboy milk. Okay, Oh, that worked. Thank you, though. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Lava for deletion? Oh, no, I don't want to delete any items. I need them. I'm like a hoarder. I keep hoarding items. Thank you, I appreciate that. I've got some epic music discs. Put these ones up here. I forgot lava chicken's in the game now, isn't it? Yeah. And I don't know what to do with this. Why is your tick speed so fast? The Minecraft server? It's 20 TPS. Oh, you know about the sound? That's the typing sound. It's the mod I've got. I joined a match and just won? It's because you're so good, they put you in a winning match. I'm so hidden, not on a light post outside your house? Oh. But yeah, my drink of choice today, Tendo, in fact, is Vimto Energy. Because I love drinking energy drinks and it didn't go wrong for me at all. Thank you, Rab, I appreciate that. Can I drink all the femboy milk? No, I do apologise. I don't think I can do that. I haven't heard of Vimto in a while. Yeah, they do energy drinks, and it's not bad, to be fair. It's like £1 a can. Virus typically that small. I'm guessing, Tom, that's you in my Discord DM requests. If I check this. Oh wow, that just The HTML files, it shows me all of the code for it. Damn. That's a lot of code. Oh, yeah, see, I see the virus there, Tom. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's... So you have a useless button, like HTML script, but you added dark mode support to it, just in case. That's kind of mental. That's kind of mental, to be fair. That's dedication. If I open this, I don't have like I have to open this in Notepad. I don't have Visual Studio installed anymore. That's... Ooh, I see the Trojan virus chat. How you doing today? I'm doing pretty good, Slop Machine. I'm doing pretty good. I need to put this second jukebox somewhere. Why does Rab have a broken texture in his hand? Why does he have that? Oh, he's got 2 broken textures. That is... a catenary chain. I think that's... Yeah, no, that's not supposed to be like that. I'm gonna pinch one of those, because I want my own texture. Sorry, Rab. Lost my sword Excalibur, which was perfect. Oh crap, I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Beetle. That's not good. Is this Terraria on about, or is this like Minecraft sword? Might have something cooler? Oh, that's good then. I'm glad you got a better sword. Hey, Mini, listen, Rab. I just wanna... Why have Mr. Beetle outside my house? Minecraft sword with Terraria name? Alright, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's a bit crap. I don't know what to put here yet. I could do like this. And put like a block in the middle. Fits the sword better? Oh, that's nice. Oh, I like this song. Have I done that right? No, I haven't. You're making a dungeon? No, it's a basement, not a dungeon. Of course you steal one. Listen. I don't have an excuse, but still. I'm adding this to the playlist. Thank you, Spotify. Auto suggestion. Be careful. Okay, required. Yeah. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. That's mental. That's mental. I've seen many Minecraft streamers make the same mistake. Okay. There's someone you know in IRL, but can't remember who. Oh, you're about that dungeon. I don't know if I can say the name of that on here. Yeah, no, Sophie made the dungeon, and there was How do you know about that? You weren't supposed to know about that. But she did make a... Don't worry about the dungeon, okay? I didn't know you knew about that. But, yeah, she made that as a joke. I think I have a screenshot of it somewhere. Or it'll be in the world download, actually, now I think about that. That's mental. That dungeon's gonna be... like... It was painful. Yeah, no, I... Yeah, no, she was making it as a joke, and I think she got a bit too carried away with the joke, because, yeah, no, it was crazy. It was crazy. We don't talk about the dungeon, okay? We don't talk about the dungeon. It's best that it gets left in the past. If I place... let me check. View inventory. Pick Ombus 3000. War Axe of the Night. Okay. Curse of Vanishing Netherite Hoe. Stop cheating. I'm checking his inventory. He asked me to check the name of his sword. I don't think that's that bad. I'll do 10. Missed the sword? Oh, I did. I did, didn't I? Knight's Edge. Ooh, it's Terraria reference. Terraria reference. Let's go. Gets carried away again. That would be quite quirky. I don't think I would let her get carried away this time though, because last time was crazy. Always cheating? No, that's not me. Do I have it like this or this? Actually, I should put wood for the floor, shouldn't I? Just like my eggs. Jesus Christ, that's crazy. I mean, you're not wrong, but Jesus. Okay. Sounds like a thing you would do. No, I don't make. Tendo, you're gonna get crucified. I'm gonna crucify you. For free for the love of the game. I appreciate the offer, but I'm not needing mass excavation. Oh, dude, holy. Okay. Okay, wait, no, I don't cheat. I don't know where this came from. Bruh. I don't cheat, I'm a pro gamer. Got leaked? Oh yeah, no, I was talking about it on my Discord server. We were talking about this, I think it was yesterday? I was looking on Twitter and I saw all the Pokemon leaks. It's genuinely insane how much like stuff got leaked. I'm actually kind of looking forward to the next games. Creative Warrior? I haven't heard that name in a long time. At least the entire source code? Yeah, it was like the new Terra leaks and stuff. Actually insane how much. ZA? Yeah, I tried that as well, Kaides. I got it to kind of work. I got past the main menu and I got into the game, but there was like a lot of graphical glitches. So I think I'm just going to wait until the game fully releases and then download the, you know, there's going to be like a day one patch or whatever. I'm going to download. Who's just enabled Ori hacks? Why has that come up in the chat? Have you seen the new Pokemon Megas? I've not yet, no. I've seen nothing about the game apart from me downloading a pirate copy. That's about it, really. But I've stayed away from like trailers and stuff just because I want to try hacks. I'm pretty sure there's a command called hacks. Oh no, that was the last server. I think because one of the plugins we had, there was like a joke command called hacks, and whenever you typed it in, it would like kick you from the game. Hello Pancakes, hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Welcome. When's the anime watch stream? I think TikTok would... I'd say TikTok would ban me. I saw someone watching like... I think it was Spider-Man 2 the other day. So I don't actually know what the rules are on TikTok. So apparently can you watch anything? I got on the wrong train? That's not good. You should probably get off. Anime watch the Duolingo anime? I'm not watching the Duolingo anime on stream. That's mental. No offense, but... Another streamer I watched was watching Dante DM. Oh. I'm gonna end up in Scotland. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but... I don't think there's a train from Scotland to New York. Trying to be quirky. Wasn't that their whole, like, social media thing is? They always try to act like we're the quirky social media company. We're different. I'm here. Oh, you've arrived in Scotland. Open the door. It's like, you know this fucking, you know that comic book, I was gonna say clip. You know that comic book panel where it's like, the Justice League, and they're like, open the window, Luther. It's just you outside my window. I forgot here, logs, okay. Oh, we had a new player join. Did it start yet? What did they say, did it start yet? One. 2, 3. Magic School Bus works? What? I watched that when I was a kid. It was on Netflix. I don't really remember it much. Hello, Brandon. Hello. I'm in your outside walls. Oh. That's probably not good for my walls. Thank you for the hydrate wrap. Thank you for the hydrate. What can I build? Anything? If you are going to build, just don't build too close to my house. That's all I ask for. But you can build pretty much anything. Yeah, the Spotify thing is really off today. Not in a bad way, but it doesn't play any of the songs that I know. These are all like random songs. Oh, there's 2 Brandon. Oh, I know. One of them, you just changed your profile picture, didn't you? I don't mean like kept outside. Listen. I don't know what to say here. You're not getting inside though. Actually, Kieran's gone for the day, so you can have his room. He's gone for the next couple of days. The Days is back, yeah. Well, he's back on the streams at least. I don't know if I don't think he's gonna be joining back in the Discord, which, you know, from what I know, I don't blame him. To be fair, I understand why he's not joining back. Came all this way for that. Listen, you said you got on a train and then you were just here. That's like a 5-10 minute trip. That's not that bad. Isn't yellow and whisper command isn't grey? The drawing thing is yellow for me. Like if I do... what's my... I know, you're not here. Well, I can do it myself. Test. Oh, no, that is different. Oh. I'm gonna force my way in. Have you got a crowbar? Bruh. New Smiling Friends season? I've heard of it, but I've not watched it. I don't think Smiling Friends is for me. Just trying to stop that little loop symbol. I know that, yeah, I know it places the recommendations, but it usually plays not like songs that are already in the playlist as well. Like it does a mix of both. If I say yes, you're gonna steal it? Oh. Copper Golem hoodie codes? I could turn it on. I don't think people use it. You know what? I'll turn it on. I know you can get the codes for the Copper Golem cape. Okay, I can't turn it on. It's only the cape. Oh, I can add a little sticker. Okay. I can pin that. I do apologize, yeah, I think the hoodie codes are gone now because it's people trying to get the cape instead. Cape's old news. It's not on TikTok, you can still get it here at least.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it.
I love gambling. This guy from the other day, is it the same griefer you mean, or who's this? Alright, are you a Titan? Yes, that's true. I should use calcite for this. Okay. Must have been the wind. Another strange one? Is that the same person? I thought it was someone else.
Ori loves gambling. Confirmed. Join back next time on Game Theory.
Chat, here's a game theory. What the fuck was that? Do you support pregnant women? I support them. I support them. Don't worry. That's someone's head. Do you support femboys? Yeah, I'd say femboys are chill. I'm invisible? I don't think you are. I do apologize, but... Literally snake? Oh. No, that's not true, Brandon, bruh. Oh. People need to stop saying that. Because Shit's gonna bloody... Bruh. I've never killed a pregnant woman. I don't know any pregnant women in real life, okay? Do you support femboy werewolves? Sure, yes. Yes. Are they dead? Okay, bruh. It's not true. Do you support grasshoppers? Yes, grasshoppers. Do you support rotary engines? Okay, no, that's too far. I don't support them. You do kill homeless people? That's not true either. No. There was no proof. There was no proof of that. Like, at all. Like, I mean, they couldn't find the bodies. There was no proof. Oh, they couldn't even look if they tried. Uh-oh. What was I saying? I'm not too sure. If I'm honest with you, Rab, I'm not too sure what that guy was saying. I RTP'd to your base? Oh. Ow. Do you fart? Yes, I fart. I do. Don't we all, though? Okay, bro, don't... Is it Glumpy? That's crazy. As that guy just gave out his code? There you go, chat. If someone wants to get him... I'm guessing that's the Minecraft Cape code. Someone steal it. Oopsies. Oh, sorry. I don't think he's meant to put it in the chat. I do apologize. I do apologize. Don't steal it. Already redeemed? Okay, okay. Oh, bro, don't play the music disc. That's too loud. Can I join? Yeah, sure. It's if you want to join a server, all you have to do is join the Discord. It's discord.gg/Raytime. All you have to do is join the Discord to play on the Minecraft server. Obviously, make sure to read the rules when you do join the Discord. What was your reaction to the griefing? I mean, it was easy to roll back. I was just surprised on how much they griefed, to be fair, because, like, it was a lot. Somehow I'm entirely missed out on. Yeah, it was like at 3 or 4 AM or something like that. Now I want to claim 2 capes, go on TikTok and Twitch to get both the capes. Genius. Wait, no, it's just 1 cape, isn't it? I still have the... Oh, I don't have it on. Is it skin customization? No, it's not on. I still have the TikTok cape. I don't use it much. Our class SMP. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying it. That's pretty awesome. When I was in high school, no one played Minecraft. A couple of my friends did, but they were all like Bedrock players, so closest thing I had to a server was a Bedrock Realm. But it was chill, because we enjoyed it, to be fair. It was really chill. Dun dun. Probably my village right now. Okay, okay. That is pretty epic. First Lancer during a break during a lesson? Oh damn, that's sick, to be fair. I remember in my class, in our school, we couldn't run like exe files. And I had like this Java executable thing, and I could play on like I could play Minecraft on like my school computers and stuff. The only problem is I could only play 1.8 and below. Copper capes, yeah, it's the new it's like a new thing to the new update. So you can get copper capes. I think if you watch a stream for 3 minutes on TikTok, or I thought it was delay slash usage of Java. I don't believe so. At least you're able to get them on here. At least the Java ones you get through watching you. Oh, thank you for your gifts. Thank you for the free gifts there. Thank you, Neddy, for the Harmony as well. Thank you, the Harmony. Let's go. Welcome, though. Welcome. But yeah, the Java ones just came out recently, I believe. So like new computers works fine. Oh, that's sick. That's actually pretty sick. Should I hop on to rob you? That would not be good. Gets used? Yes, I try to use it now and again. Mainly on innocent villagers. Yeah, I do that sometimes. How many chests do I have? I can make some, can't I? Well, I've got a bunch of birch, I'll use that. I have another windburst book. I think maces are still... Ooh. ASMR chat. I love ASMR. Haha! That's so funny required. Ha 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 ha! It made me laugh. Create my player head. I could do it in a second, right? Isn't there a way to craft them now? I don't make Tendo setup, but I can't remember how it works. My redstone door isn't working? Oh, that's not good. What kind of tutorial are you following? Because since we're on a Java server, you'll need to follow like Java redstone videos if that makes sense. I do apologize if you didn't realize that, but yeah, if you're following like a redstone tutorial, make sure it was one that works on Java. That's the wording I was looking for. Okay. Is it cross-platform? So yes, it's a cross-platform server, so Java and Bedrock players can play on here. And you can play on console as well, so if you've got like a PS5 or like an Xbox or something, you can play on here as well. So it's pretty epic. I'm just gonna use like a bunch of scrap wood that I don't use. Switch? Switch works. It might be a bit laggy, but that's just sort of normal Minecraft. But that should still work as well. You do have to have a Switch online though. Owner applications when? I don't think we're looking for new owners. Do apologize. I'm gonna be... You're stuck with me for a while. Is my own tutorial? Oh. I'm not too sure why it's not working then. Maybe it's... I'm not too sure if it's a bug or not. Your liking and view bobbing is so odd? I'm not too sure what you mean. But hello though, I see. What do you mean my view bobbing is odd? It's just the normal one, is it not? Don't worry, you're chill. I'm confused. I'm just saying, chat, I'm a bit confused here. Also, don't call me Feet Titan. Because that's quite disturbing. Okay, chat. Is this too much chests? Is this too much? Put deep slate in there. Put stone in here.
Used my own tutorial at first, but then looked for similar tutorials to the door I used for the same version. It was working a while ago, but I have no idea. I might just rebuild it later TBH.
Yeah, because if it's not working now, then you might as well try and rebuild it, I'd say, because you might have better luck doing that at least. If I ever get on that grind, I'll grind everything for you. I appreciate the offer, but you don't have to do that, it's all good. I appreciate the offer though. If you want to put another one, can I mess your Wimburst too? I appreciate the offer, but it's all good, it's all good. Bathware? Java Dev has all that. Not me, that's all Java Dev. Dude, the ASMR is insane. I love this mod chat. I love ASMR. Look at that, bro. That's sick. Oh, I've just done that, haven't I? Let's go. Gotta see something? Or what? What's up? Have you taken my gift? The ones in the barrels? Not yet, no. I need to check for it still. Complete upgrade, free upgrades? And it's because I don't like taking stuff off of people sometimes, because it's just... A lot of people give me free stuff, and then it's harder for me to like enjoy the game as much, if that makes sense, Mr. Beetle. Because I sort of lose the grind, if you know what I mean. What do you have? Something saved in your creative library? Let me check. How do I? Oh no, I just go on creative, don't I? I got nothing saved there. I don't use creative much. Like, at all. I only use it for admin stuff. That's like the only reason I use creative. Nothing? Yeah, no, I don't use creative mode, like, at all. Oh. Okay. I'll just pretend like that didn't happen. Can I add you on Minecraft? I do apologise, but that won't be possible because I'm playing on the Java edition. Oh, that sounds majestic, dude. I do apologise, though. I do apologise. 27 kits? Damn. Didn't know that was possible. That is pretty epic, to be fair. What's outside your house? 2 freeloaders, apparently. And a Happy Ghast, and Super Mario. I RTP'd here. Oh, so you RTP'd right outside my house. Fair enough. Is that the 6 HP mace? That is the Bonk mace. I do have the 6 hoe, though. Oh yeah, you got the TARDIS as well. Really, don't worry about that. Goodbye. Ooh, I do apologise, Brandon. I do apologise. Yikes. That's quite sad. Can we put a F in the chat for Brandon? I'm not seeing many Fs. That's gonna cost you required. That's gonna cost you some money. I do apologise, but... The top row chest doesn't work. Oh, Minecraft and its cretinism. When will Tesco construction continue? Honestly, I'm not too sure. Because I got overwhelmed with that because there was so many people trying to help me out, which I do appreciate people trying to help me. But like, it was just so many people there when I tried to do stuff. But I could probably get round to it now since the server's down a bit. So I can actually like play on the server. Made the floor and the walls. I saw you helped and you also left some graffiti. So I saw that as well. What can I put up here? How's that? That's all good, it's all good. I appreciate the offer though, don't worry. Didn't someone give me a bunch of frog lights? Or was that the other SMP? I remember someone handing me a lot of frog lights at some point. That rings a bell, you know, chat? I don't know. It really does ring a bell. I remember someone handing me like stacks upon stacks. And I've put them somewhere. I think I might have been the last SMP. It's actually been so long since I've streamed on here. I really don't remember it that much. But I had to remake my mod pack from scratch because I was lagging a lot. I don't know if you guys really noticed it much on streams at least. I hope you didn't. But if you did, I do apologize. But yeah, there was a period of time where like I had really bad lag for some reason. Terraformed an island with just sand. I have no idea what to do with it. Make like a cool like little beach cabin or something. Beach cabin with like palm trees. I think that would be a cool idea. No, I mean with all the sand. You could sell it to other players if you want. I'd say that'd be a smart idea. Is a private world? Oh, I thought you meant like you were on the server. Build a skyscraper. That's what I do in my private worlds. I build a skyscraper. So I think that would be a cool idea. But yeah, if you can smelt a bunch of sand and make windows, then that's pretty easy to use for the skyscraper at least. Yeah, I'll need gravel and dirt, won't I? Do I have any dirt? I think I gave it away earlier. Now I've still got some. 20 blocks long? Oh. When will you play Walking Dead Season 2? Possibly tomorrow. I've got a lot of people asking me for games and stuff. I wanted to do an SMP stream to try and like help with that. But I could possibly do that tomorrow at least. Tomorrow is Thursday, isn't it? So yeah, I could do that. That'd be pretty epic. I'm actually quite excited for The Walking Dead Season 2 because I was really enjoying the first season at least. So I think it'll be as devastating as it will be, and it'll be pretty fun to stream Walking Dead 1. No, Season 2, not Season 1. Although it was quite devastating, I have to admit. $500 megs? If you have Nitro, you can get 500 megs. Oh. I thought that. That was quite disturbing there. It was quite disturbing, chat, I have to admit. Let's try and get around to organizing all this wood, because God, oh my God, that's in the game now. I forgot about that. Hang on, chat. How do you make them? It's stripped logs? Are you kidding me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I completely forgot about that. Hang on. Yeah, oak shelves. I've got no clue what. I'll guess these are just shelves, I guess. Yeah, I completely forgot these are in the game now. I guess you could sort of use them for decoration. That's about it, really. That's not ominous at all. Oh, we did it, chat. We finally got those sideways slabs Mojang were always on about. No. People always complain about. Yeah, that works. I could add a bit of depth to my house for that. More the merrier. What do we think, chat? Maybe actually, around fitness gram pacer test? That's an actual test? I remember that from the Vine. 100 laps is a lot, though. Did you at least pass the test, at least? It's an actual test? Oh. Thank you for the jeans. You know what, I'll go put these. Pretty sure. Thank you for the jeans, I appreciate it, Mr. Beetle. I don't know if I'll wear them much, but thank you though. I need to make armor stands for stuff. Well, I hope you managed to pass the test at least. Right now we're just experimenting with the new oak shelves. Because I forgot these got added, to be fair. That's not too bad. What's it? So 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who did a poo in the ground? That's probably Budder, to be fair. He keeps talking about how he didn't make it in time or something. That's what I said last time, at least. Can you help me with my maths test? You're asking the wrong person. What makes you think I know about maths? Gonna start Silksong then? Alright, well I hope you enjoy it. Silksong's a really good game. It's saying what's 6. Yeah. 6. It's the guy from Minecraft Story Mode, the white pumpkin. I don't have one. Oh, see, I would be able to help there. Just first step, pour water on your computer. Next step, watch it burn. Yeah. That's what I got from computing class. I actually remember, okay, this sounds kind of bad. I remember I accidentally got my friend's PC to shut off one time in computing. Because the teacher left for like 20 minutes and we were really bored. So we were messing around with a pencil. And we got the pencil lead out of the pencil. And we were sticking it in the USB port. And we connected it to like one of the like voltage pins. And yeah, no, it was making like sparks and smokes. And then my friend's PC just shut off. Luckily, it turned right back on with no issues, and the USB port still worked. But yeah. So I almost set his computer on fire, which is kind of funny, to be fair. You're an evil friend? What? No. To be fair, he was encouraging me to do it, so I wasn't doing this like without his permission. I wouldn't willingly destroy his computer. Is playing that to handheld? Isn't it like on the? I thought it was like I thought it was pretty decent for a handheld because it's the same sort of size as Steam Deck. It's like well, it's larger, isn't it? Cause I'm guessing you're about like the original one. That mental. That's like one of the largest handhelds out there, and she's complaining it's too small. At that point, you buy like a laptop or something. Why'd she buy it? I mean, she could get a refund if it's CX. I think there's like a a 30-day refund window for like a full refund. But like, was she looking at the images with her eyes closed? Oh, you're right. Yeah, I forgot that's CX for you. Store credit. Ooh. Yikes. It's the Legion Go, I think it's called. It's like a PC handheld, sort of similar to the Steam Deck, but I think it's more powerful. She traded her PS5 and Xbox for it. Yikes. Yeah, no, that's... Ooh, that's, yeah, that's kind of tragic. Honestly, like, the Legion Go doesn't seem like a bad handheld. I don't have a reason to get a handheld, I guess. I've already got a PC, so I'm pretty chill at least. Can you play Java on it? Yeah, no, you can play Java. You can either plug a keyboard and mouse into it, or you can get like a Java like controller mod and stuff like that. But you can play Minecraft. It just uses it's Windows 10, isn't it, Kaides? I believe, isn't it? Or is it Linux? Oh, there's a skeleton head. Okay. But yeah, it's just like a PC. It's pretty much just a PC, but it's a handheld. You can play Steam games. You can probably play Fortnite on it. Oh yeah, Windows 11, there you go. You play Minecraft. You can pretty much do all the same things as a normal PC. So yeah, it's honestly not a bad thing, to be fair. You play Red Dead? Played it a couple of times. You could probably play Red Dead on the Legion Go. I don't know how well it would run, but you could probably play on like 1080p, like medium settings. I don't know how many logs I'm gonna have here, so let's just try and add as much as I can. Red Dead 2 for 5 FPS. Oh, okay, that's not as good as I thought it'd be. It's not bad. Thought it'd be a bit better, but to be fair, it's still. You could probably lower that to like 720p or something to get like 60 FPS. Or like a 720p equivalent. Yeah, that's true as well. There's no upscaling options in Red Dead. I think you have the ability, or at least you do for Nvidia GPUs. Thank you, Rab, for the hydrate, by the way. But I know that they do support DLSS at least. Lossless scaling, that as well. Yeah, FSR, yeah, like the usual sort of stuff will still work. I'm trying to divide this chest up, but I'm like not too sure on how to do it. Horse Legacy, I don't think that would run very well on it.
I fixed my redstone door finally.
Oh, that's good then. Glad to hear that. Let's go. That's pretty epic. Runs okay, just stars. What about Last of Us? You know, like the Last of Us PC port? How well does that run on it? I'm guessing not very well. God, that thing's probably like a slideshow. I think it's fixed now, isn't it? Or it's kind of fixed. I haven't seen it. It was like crazy unoptimized.
Start digging in your butt, twin.
Okay,
What?
lovely.
What?
But I know my friend, she had like an RTX 3070. She was getting stutters and like frame drops like crazy on 1080p. Like it was actually insane for like a 3070. Like crazy unoptimized. I do apologize, Goddess Lax. The water time command seems to be very broken at least. I'm not too sure why, but yeah. GPT win. I haven't watched a video on that yet. I need to watch like I'm guessing Linus has already done a video. But that's the one where it like looks like a PSP pretty much, isn't it? I do apologize required. There is no commands on TikTok. Aren't you already in the Discord anyway? Crossbows make a sound. Retro Game Cores? I don't think I've heard of them before. I need to look for their channel, but I don't think I've heard of them. 4060 in terms of power? In a handheld? That's not bad. That's not bad, to be fair. Honestly, I'd take that. I'd take that. That's not bad in a handheld, like, at all. CPU is... Yeah, it's the new AMD, like Ryzen chip or whatever. Honestly, I know Nvidia's, like, crushing the market right now with all of its AI stuff and its AI chips and AI this and AI that, but, like, AMD are doing really good in terms of handhelds. Like, they have got a pretty decent, like, hold on the market right now. In terms of, like, handheld PCs, at least. Including AI? I thought that was, like, one of the things they were bad at. I thought AMD were not sort of Nvidia handheld. Is there any? Like, I know the Switch 2 uses an AMD chip, no, an Nvidia chip, but like, there isn't really, is there? Nvidia are like really strict on who they give their GPUs to. So like, in terms of handhelds, there just isn't, because Nvidia are like, oh yeah, no, we don't approve of this. So it's honestly, yeah, I don't think Nvidia's going to catch up anytime soon. Some people are saying, like, it is possible, because you know how Nvidia are, like, partnering with Intel, I think, and they're going to start making their own CPUs. We might get, like an Nvidia SoC, and then that might come out for, see? Thank you so much for giving me content creator. It's no problem, it's no problem. Welcome though. I don't recognize you on TikTok, but welcome. Intel handhelds. The CPU will be like made by Nvidia, I believe. But if it has like a Nvidia GPU, at least I think it'd be pretty good. Oh, it's Pecan. All right. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to the TikTok. I would spend all night handcrafting a bouquet of roses, paper roses for everyone here. Oh, that's really nice of you, Claire. That's really nice of you. MSI. Oh! Yeah, the... MSI. MSI. My GPU is MSI. Huh. Since I was here for live? Yeah, it's been a while. I hope you're doing good, though. Welcome, welcome. I'm just organizing my chest right now. The clock, that's it, yeah, I recognize it from like a Linus video, I think. He was like, I think it was his son was going to get like a handheld PC, so Linus like got a bunch of different handhelds and like showed it off. I think his son picked the Switch 2 or something, I'm not too sure. But I remember it's something like that, where it's like showing off a bunch of different like handheld PCs and all that. Can I buy Switch 2 for $2 from the dark web? I don't think you can do that. I do apologise. I don't think you can buy off the dark web. You had all that into a Switch 2. I know, it mental. The Switch 2's like... It's not bad, but it's not like... Oh, I will talk about this though. Like, congrats on the 20k. Thank you, I appreciate it. I do appreciate that. Kai Days, you know the new Pokemon leaks? Have you heard about the next... what was it? Project... I forgot what it was. Have you heard about like the new the MMO Pokemon game? Like the details leaked about that? Because that genuinely sounds amazing. That I'm gonna probably buy... No? Okay, let me pull up the Twitter leaks, hang on. Yeah, it was Project Seed, I think. Project Seed. It's basically going to be a Pokemon game that's coming out apparently in 2027, I think. And it's going to have multiple regions in one game, and it's going to be a fully online multiplayer, like, MMO game. And, like, there's already leaked images of it from, like, the hack. So we've seen stuff like a better graphics engine, but like physics engine, stuff like that. Like, this thing looks insane. Sounds like, yeah, this is what Pokemon games should be like. This sounds sick as hell. But this got leaked way too early because of the whole like Nintendo getting hacked. But it actually sounds good enough to the point where it justifies buying a Switch 2. I don't care about Mario or Zelda, but Pokemon MMO game where it's like multiple regions in one game. Watch them cancel it. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. A whole bunch of stuff got hacked. Like all of the project names, because they're next 2 games as well.
Nintendo got hacked. That's so goofy even for them.
Yeah, no, the hack was insane. It was like what was it? Pokemon? No, Nintendo Terra leak. That's it. But basically, okay, yeah. So there was the Terra leak, which is it was a hack and it leaked over 1 terabyte of data. So stuff like internal documents, game source code, details, everything was like completely leaked. That's honestly insane. Would you rather not play this game or upgrade to Windows 11 25? Isn't that the one that breaks SSDs? That rings a bell. Yeah, Animal Crossing keyboard sound? Yeah, it's my Firefox plugin I got on. I done like one of those script things. You know how you can do like one of those Windows scripts to activate Windows? I done that, but to do the extended, I've got the extended, like, not warranty, support, that's it. Can I join? Yeah, you can join, Ryan. All you have to do is join the Discord. It's on our bio, but here it is as well. It's discord.gg/retime. But yeah, I've got extended Windows 10 support up until, I think it's 2028, I think it runs out. So, I'm chill. I'll just keep using Windows. But yeah, like, so much stuff was leaked in this hack. Stuff from, like, there's, like, source code for the Legends EA game. So, like, there's even, like, PC code. So, like, people could take this PC code and, like, reverse engineer it into, like, an actual PC port of the game. Which is actually insane. Apparently Nintendo are trying to, get in contact with Discord to try and arrest the hacker, because they don't know who the hacker is. But Nintendo have been in contact. You know, they're like trying to get Discord to hand over the hacker's info and stuff. Like, it's actually mental. I think the guy's probably gonna get away with it. If he's gotten away like this far, he's gonna be fine, I think. Yeah, the whole thing is honestly insane, like. That dude is cooked. I don't know, I feel like if he's managed to hack Nintendo and steal like over 1 terabyte's worth of data, he's probably got a way of like keeping himself secure. Because there's no way he's gonna do something like that and be like, oops, I forgot to turn on my VPN. At the same time though, Nintendo will probably like execute him somehow. Hello Olivia, hello, welcome to the stream. They're gonna create a task force? I swear wasn't there an American company that had done that? There was like an American, was it not Coca-Cola? They took down like government agents in another country because they hired like hitmen. Or am I thinking of a different company? I just know there's like something like Pepsi's military. They had a fighter jet, didn't they? Or they used to. They had a Russian, hang on, yeah, they didn't have a Russian ship as well. I remember something about Pepsi having that as well. Yeah, submarines and ships. I think they did end up selling them. Thank you, because you got the copper cape. No problem, no problem. Glad you got the cape. I'll leave the TARDIS here. Very cool. When's my... You know what, I should be getting a submarine soon. I think I could be trusted with one. I think a submarine would be a lovely addition in my house. Good morning, good morning. Good morning required. It's 9 PM. Implode? Okay. No, because that was called the Titan submarine, so that's a horrible it's a horrible name for it. I'm not calling it the Titan submarine. Would it fit in your house? I'll leave it in my garden. It wouldn't even be in water, it'd just be in my back garden. Go-Go is one of my favorites. That's the Pokemon, isn't it? Go-Go. I think. That's from, oh. What's just happened? Oh, okay, whoa. My Google. Oh, my Firefox. Oh, yeah, that one, I remember that. Yeah, that's from X and Y. I think that's in the new game as well. My Google's just tweaked out. It's not working for me. Oh well. I'm probably gonna try this new Pokemon game, the Legends EA, because it does seem pretty cool, to be fair. I don't know if it's worth the price though, because like it's how much is it in the UK at least? Pokemon Legends EA. Every time I open it on my laptop, I usually have notifications turned off. Yeah, dude, my Firefox is tweaked. It's probably because I have like 10 million tabs. Okay, close. Close. I have 3 windows open and multiple tabs open. Firefox is peak. I use version 15. I don't know what version I use. I didn't know there was versions, if I'm honest with you. Really, Scarlet and Violet? I played Scarlet and Violet. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't anything to write home about. But I ended up completing it and then just selling it because I didn't really play. I didn't have Switch Online, so I didn't like have much replay value. If that makes sense. I wasn't participating in, like, you know how there was the is it Terrascale Life? £50 for Pokemon Legends EA? That's not
If I'm so
bad.
ready for Halloween, it's gonna be so great, but all the costumes people are going to sound really boring, so that sucks, but other than that it's gonna be great.
I hope you enjoy your Halloween though, Rap. Mine was the best. Yeah, Pokemon games are not no. I miss, you know what I do miss from the OG Pokemon games? I miss Wonder Trades. I remember when you could just trade some like crappy random Pokemon and you'd get some like other cool Pokemon from it. Wonder Trades were sick. I remember there was streamers who would like, because I remember what I done was I was trying to get a shiny Charmander, and you know, like the Masuda method where it's like you'd get a Pokemon from another country. I remember I done that. I got like a Spanish Charizard, and I got like a Ditto. I was trying to hatch Charmander eggs for hours. Never got it in the end, by the way. Never ended up getting it. But what I'd done was I would just Wonder Trade the Charmanders, so then people just get random Charmanders. How many Pokemons have you? Oh, pumpkins. I don't think I've ever ate a pumpkin before. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't realise they were edible, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, I miss like the 3DS Pokemon games because they were peak, dude. Like, it was honestly insane. The coal is 30 eggs to get a shiny. That is insane luck, to be fair. 30 eggs to 1 shiny. That's insane. Hello, Kobe. Hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing today, Kobe? Welcome. Thing on my chest are starting to fill up now. It's not good. That's not good. Thank you, Kobe, for sharing the live. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, Lamonardo, for sending a rose. Appreciate that. I used to wonder trade and get low-level Pokemon and train them up to evolve them. Honestly, wonder trading was like a smart way to get like Pokédex Pokemon stuff. It actually was pretty good. Doing good, thanks. How are you? I'm doing pretty good today. Doing pretty good. We're on the SMP. We've got it updated it now. So now we're on the Copper Golem update, which is pretty epic. Pretty epic. And we want to trade them again so someone would get a level 50 Pidgeot. Thing like that though, I think the cool thing with Wonder trading is like you could just the potential to make someone's day. Like say it's someone who's just starting out on Pokemon and bam, you just trade them like a really cool Pokemon. I think that's a very cool thing. That's a really cool thing. Need to make a new mod pack for it? True, true. Next, pin my next message. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, yes, good idea. Thank you, Kobe, thank you. Pin comment. It's a shame I can only pin them for 60 seconds, but it works though. Crazed Moon play on the stream music? Invitation of Crazed Moon. That's Castlevania. I still need to look into that. I do apologize. Crouch and place chest in front of the other chest. Make double chest? No, because if you do it like... Oh, hang on. Bestest person? True that. Someone true react this guy. Send the true emoji. If I do it like this, Rab, it's going to place separately. That's why I have to place the blocks. Save 3DS Online. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I remember when I was a kid, my first... Well, it was the only ever shiny I got in Pokemon. It was this Wonder traded Eevee from Germany. It didn't seem hacked because it had like random. It had crappy moves. The EVs weren't that good, or the IVs, or whatever. And it was level 34. But it was the first shiny Pokemon I ever had, and it was from Germany. And I never evolved it in the end. I still have it on my save file. It's on my 3DS still, but I wanted to evolve it into an Umbreon, but I was really scared that I'd mess it up and I'd get a different like evolution instead. So I just kept it as a shiny Eevee. Hello Samsung, hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good, welcome, welcome. Cherry sap. I got a lot of saplings here, dude, Jesus. Bellsprout? Is that why you like Bellsprout so much? Liked my pages? Oh, hello JJ. Hello, welcome. So the 3DS got my 7. Yeah, I still have mine. I had you know, like the red 3DS. I still have it, to be fair. It's really cool. What I done is my brother's 3DS broke, so I took his apart and I used it to like combine with my 3DS. So my 3DS is like a mix of the blue and red one. So it's actually really cool looking, to be fair. Yeah, that's what my 3DS looks like. I have a little black one. Oh, that's really cool. Honestly, the 3DS was like the last handheld console, I'd say. Because the Switch is cool, don't get me wrong. I love the Switch. I love all these other like handhelds or portable consoles, but like you can't put them in your pocket or anything, you know? That's what I miss about the 3DS or like the DS line and stuff, is you could just put them in your pocket and just be chill. You just throw them in your bag, you know, got like a couple hours for entertainment and stuff. PS Vita, dude, I want to get a PS Vita at some point. You don't understand how badly I want to get one of those. I've never gotten around to buying one, but I do want to get one at some point because they look sick as hell. It's like a handheld, but it's not portable. Yeah, like a Switch, for example. Like a Switch is portable, but you can't like put it in your pocket. Like it's not like you're not transporting it around and stuff. Bro, can you fix it? I'm not too sure, to be fair. keep my money flipping. It's all I know. Thank you, appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. I'm not too sure where you'd go to get something like that fixed though. That's a bit crap though, I'm sorry to hear that. 3DS XL to this day, 8 years now. I want to get one of the 3DS XLs, just because they're like the most powerful ones. Sorry I had to redeem my cape. It's all good, it's all good. Or 6 being himself. Apparently so, yeah. He really likes using commands. Put miscellaneous stuff in here. Dun, 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 dun. Try and make an edit, but nobody knows that song. I do apologise, man. I do apologise. I didn't know it at first there. Mr. B. Oh, it is that song, isn't it? You're right. Ooh, I don't think that aged well considering how Mr. Beast turned out. Let's be honest, I really liked him. I was not a big fan of Mr. Beast fell off. He fell off big time. I still remember when he used to bully kids for fun. That was mental. Do I cheat to get the other 2 starters? You don't? I don't really watch... I don't know. His videos are too sterile. And you've got all the controversy as well. Is it overblown? It's just... It's too professional, you know. It's like, bloody... You don't bully kids? Oh. I'm not saying yes to that. This seems like a trap if I say yes to that. He definitely fell off? Yeah, no. Because, like, even like in his older videos from, like, 2018 to 2019, he was still doing the same stuff. Like, he was helping homeless people, he was donating money and stuff. But now it's just, like, it's just so sterile. Like, it actually is just... It's just corporate, like, stuff. Like, yeah, performative. Like, it's not his genuine self. Like, even his thumbnails, his face is so... God, I can't believe I'm searching his name up into YouTube. But his face is so photoshopped. Like, Mr. Beast. But if you dislike him... Yeah, like, his thumbnails are so photoshopped. It's genuinely, like... Uncanny Valley. But it's not even just him anymore. AI thumbnails. I don't think he uses AI himself for his thumbnails. I know there was that whole thing where he tried to make like an AI thumbnail app and then he took it back last minute. What should I make for Huz? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. He wasn't swapped for a robot at some point? I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. No, he's like... Yeah, because he, like, a lot of his controversies don't involve him directly. It's like other people involved with him. He's just sort of like a... Yeah, sort of like an NPC, I guess. Yeah, that's the best way to describe him. He still gets millions of views, though. Yeah, like, I think this is from his latest video, 1 month ago. 114 million views. Oh no, his latest video is 4 days ago. 78 million views. Yikes. But yeah, like his thumbnails are just... I don't know. Crazy. Yeah, he does like do crazy stuff. I know there was the... Would you risk dying for 500... Oh, I remember hearing about this. This was the latest controversy, wasn't it? Where it's like, there was a burning building, and people had to try and run into the building to take as much money out as they can. And apparently they did have fire extinguishers and professionals. But like... Yeah, it's, you know, last one to leave the burning building gets 500k. You good? I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing though? How are you doing? You really want me to play Castlevania, don't you, Mr. Beetle? You really do want me to play that. should do MC survival. Honestly, I'm surprised he hasn't done something like that. Minecraft's belief in real life. Try do that or something. Or Hunger Games. Or do parachutes. Minecraft glide in real life. Does my ban have time or does it last forever? I don't actually remember who you are. I do apologize. Jesus Christ, Kaides. Jesus Christ. That is crazy. Keep encouraging you. Bro. Hello, Toby. Hello, welcome. 1 million is 1 million? You got a point, but that's crazy still. That is crazy. Dude, I love the ASMR mod. The limits. Okay, I'll look into it after stream. Your name rings a bell, but I don't remember why you got banned, if I'm honest with you. It's been so long. Thank you for the copper. I don't even know who that was. Oh, okay. Got banned for... Okay. One of my mods has just informed me. Yikes. Can you IP ban on SMPs? Yeah, IP banning is an option. We've had to do that a couple of times for some people. I remember I saw a TikTok recently. It was obviously like a meme, but it was like a TikTok, and the caption was me just being only subscribed to Mr. Beast, just in case if he comes up to me and asks if I'm subscribed. What the fuck? But if he did that, wouldn't you like him? Listen, if I came up to Mr. Beast in real life, I'm gonna take money, okay? Dude, it's duplicating! The more I mine it. Didn't you hardware ban? No, we can't do hardware bans in the SMP. Yeah, it's duplicating. Is this for all player heads, or is this... I had 1 player head, and now I've got 19. Do I have any other player heads? What do you think of that situation? That rings a bell. What did he get banned for again? Was it not homophobia, I think? That name rings a bell. Considered rare? I don't think anyone has it on the SMP. Oh. It's not a real... Okay. Now I died? So your head is somewhere then. Is that a place? I don't remember. Hang on, if I just do a fetch profile, name, Kaides. No, what is it? Give item. Holy, insane. That's cheating? Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's going in the ender chest. No one will get it. I do have frog lights. I knew I had these somewhere. I thought I was going insane. Okay. That's good to know. Hello, Brandon. Hello, welcome back. Someone called me Banana Brain? Oh. That's not good. Let's see. Why have you been called Banana Brain? How's the basement going? It's going well. Don't call me Feet Brain, that's crazy. I don't have any other player heads to duplicate. That's actually mad though. I didn't think we'd find like a duplication glitch. How do you get frog lights? It's when a frog eats a magma cube, I believe. I got given these by another player, but that's how I believe you get them at least. This should still work, right? Yeah, okay, it works, it works. Hope slimes work as well. I don't think they do. I do apologize. You have to bring like the frogs into the nether and stuff. I do apologize. Firefly bushes? Yeah, those are in the game now, aren't they? But, who made that decision? Probably someone at Mojang. Some strange executive. Hello, hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Who's giving me... Oh, I've been given an end rod. What's crazy? South Park having a 6-7 meme episode. That is kind of mental. I'm really sorry to hear that, Thito. That's... I hope your friends are understanding at least, because... that'd be really crap, but I hope they're understanding at least. It just depends, I know some people are more understanding than others. But... I hope your friends are at least. That's what I hope. Thank you, Tom. That's lovely. What am I supposed to do with all this leaf litter? I need to make like a super smelter or something for all of this. Alright, well. If you ever do choose to come out to them, I hope they're understanding at least. But yeah, best thing, I think, don't force yourself to, I'd say. Just do it when you're ready, I'd say. What's that glitched item? That is the catenary straight chain. Okay, what the fuck? Who the hell is that? That is fucking weird, dude. Oh my god, that's fucking disgusting. Jesus Christ. That's actually fucking... Jesus fucking Christ, dude. What the fuck is wrong with people? Like, actually... That's genuinely... I do apologise, chat. Sorry about that. You alright? Yeah, just someone on TikTok just fucking... I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's some... really fucking weird, disgusting... That... Jesus Christ. I'll put emeralds in here, I guess. Jesus Christ, dude. Confused? I've blocked them. I don't think many of you guys saw it, but... That's probably the worst thing I've seen in a long time. That is genuinely fucking disgusting. Oh, that's why it was the green Skittles. It's all good. I prefer not to talk about something like that, because that genuinely really did creep me out. That's... yeah. I appreciate the offer, God. Some people really are fucking weird. Welcome to stream. Yeah, that's the welcome message that comes up on the stream. Um. Dun, dun, dun. R10, for example, bruh. I'm not like that. I think that's, you know, that's a whole different thing, Brandon. That's not me. Why are some people like this, dude? That's genuinely like ruined my night. Bruh. Okay, I know I had a spot here. There we go. What was I gonna put in this chest? Food, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, put TNT in here. Bruh. That's my armor, isn't it? Bruh. Get mine cards. TNT, yeah, it was a leftover my chest. I don't remember what from. Why do I have a stack of tripwire hooks? I have it apparently. Don't know why. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, chat. I'm probably gonna head out for tonight. I do apologize for ending early, but that's genuinely. I do apologize. That's really weirded me out. I'll probably be live tomorrow. I'm not too sure yet, but I do apologize for ending early. I do apologize.